This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
It's coming in out of North St. Louis. You're looking at a live picture now of the scene here on Kennerly Avenue near Goodfellow. That's where police tell us someone shot a juvenile boy about an hour ago. He was shot in the chest and had to go to the hospital. We don't know his condition. Right now, no word on what led to that shooting or if anyone is arrested. 5 on your side will stay on top of this breaking story for you. Look for updates on air, on KSDK.com, and on the 5 on your side app.
Right now at 4, the sun blocked out for another day, but not because of an eclipse. Clouds have moved in, bringing along a chance of rain to parts of the bi-state. Thanks for being here at 4. I'm Kay Quinn.
And I'm Brent Solomon. Get ready to break out those umbrellas. We're expecting a steady dose of rain over the coming days. Meteorologist Jim Castillo in for Scott Connell and joins us now with your weather first forecast.
Yeah, in some areas, guys, the sun popped out, from St. Charles westward, and even St. Louis, it's been in and out of the clouds, but south, we've had some showers and thunderstorms anywhere from Farmington all the way to Mount Vernon in Illinois. So it's 70 right now. The high so far has been in the low 70s, humidity at 35%. So that dew point's going to climb as we get into the overnight hours. But you can see that cloud cover, St. Louis south and eastward, and then northern sections, Bowling Green, all the way through parts of Gasconade County, some sunshine right now. But that area of low pressure at the surface right over Texas, a lot of rain there, spinning back into Amarillo and Lubbock, and also some east of Dallas. So the clouds are definitely here, and they're going to get even thicker as we get into the overnight. Spotty rain only tonight, and then widespread rain tomorrow. Areas of thunder. We are not expecting severe weather, but then we have rain as that low pulls out of here. Rain and wind on Thursday. We'll talk about those temperatures coming up in Maine weather and time out that heavier rain in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, Jim, thanks. You can always stay on top of your weather first forecast. Text the word weather to 314-425-5355. We'll send you a link.
Now to a developing story in Hazelwood. Police say an argument led to shots fired in a gas station parking lot. It happened just before noon at the Quick Trip on Lindbergh Boulevard, north of I-270. 5 on your side has learned a group of Amazon truck drivers got into an argument with a woman who called her son to the gas station. When he showed up, he fired several shots into the air. Police say no one was injured. No arrests were made.
New details about last night's shooting inside of a North St. Louis McDonald's. Just before 8 o'clock, police responded to that restaurant on Natural Bridge near Euclid. They located the victim, who was shot several times. Investigators say the victim got into an argument with a group of men and exchanged gunfire with a suspect. The victim was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Right now, police are looking for that shooter.
Several people recovering after a serious crash in Ferguson this morning. Just before 8:30, police responded to the 2-car accident on Chambers Road near Elizabeth Avenue. 5 people in both vehicles were injured. One person had to be rescued. No word on the extent of injuries, but we're told everyone is expected to be okay. Police say the crash blocked traffic in both directions for about an hour.
Well, in less than 2 hours, the state of Missouri is set to carry out its first execution of the year. Brian Dorsey is set to die by lethal injection at 6 tonight at the Bonne Terre prison. Dorsey is convicted of killing his cousin, Sarah Bonney, and her husband, Ben, back in 2006. That was in New Bloomfield. Well, hours ago, the U.S. Supreme Court denied an appeal that was focused on his record of good behavior. Just yesterday, Missouri Governor Mike Parson declined to grant clemency. The family of Brian Dorsey and Sarah Bonney say they are devastated by the Supreme Court's decision, saying, quote, "We are not so blinded by our love for him that we don't understand that he was convicted of committing a terrible crime against someone we loved just as deeply as we do Brian. But nor are we capable of rewriting history to convince ourselves that Brian still isn't the same loving, compassionate, helpful person he always was. We know that if he had been in control of his thoughts and actions whatsoever, none of us would be in this position today," end quote. About an hour ago, a small group of supporters for Brian Dorsey gathered outside of the St. Louis Circuit Courthouse. They will also protest outside of the prison before he's executed. Our Annie Krall will have a live report for us. That's tonight on 5 on Your Side at 5 and 6. Well, the two most powerful Democrats in St. Louis County government are feuding over funding.
Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, is here now with new details on this budget battle. Mark?
Kay and Brent, good afternoon. County Executive Sam Page wants to raise taxes and spend $500 million on a new government building over several years, a long-term plan. In the short term, Council Chair Shalonda Webb wants him to release his hold on federal funds she says people in her district are desperately relying on. Webb took the rather unusual step today of taking reporters on a 4-stop tour all across parts of her district in North St. Louis County. There, she highlighted derelict properties due for demolition. She highlighted crisis counselors who often provide battered women shelter from their abusers, and a vacant grocery store in a place the federal government considers a food desert. She also spotlighted an urban farm growing and delivering free food to hungry seniors who often struggle to get out. Then Webb hammered Sam Page and accused him of holding each of those places hostage, she said, in his push to ultimately get what he wants.
Those contracts have been sitting on Dr. Page's desk since October to be signed. Sometimes people like to slow walk things until there are benefits to them. Same thing was asking me of Jamestown Mall, why do you need to do this now? We need to do this now because we waited 10 years. And the longer you wait, the worse things get.
The county executive's office says he never linked the two, the new building and the ARPA-funded projects. Council Chair Webb acknowledged this tension really stems from competing interests, her projects being short-term, his a more long-term thing, but she suggested this conflict could spill over into the ongoing debate about how the county should divide up the remaining share of the Rams settlement money.
Political editor Mark Maxwell reporting. Well, he's the Cardinals' new ace pitcher. Now, Sonny Gray is set to make his Redbird debut.
A local casino and national telecommunications company are hiring. We have details of 2 job fairs in today's Career Central.
President Biden announcing details of a new student loan forgiveness program, who's eligible, and when it goes into effect.
And we want to thank each and every one of you who sent in photos of the eclipse. We're going to share a few throughout the show. Here's Ryder and Toto getting a look at the celestial event. Thanks to Sherry Lammert for sending this in.